Hello everybody. Thank you for clicking on. That was the Faith Band, Carl Story on lead vocals, uh, Dave Bennett on the guitar, Mark Colley on bass, Johnny Casella on the keyboards. They were the Indiana band. Uh, well, not right before Cougar, because I'd say Roadmaster. It went like this. Uh, Faith Faith did an album. Joe Walsh suggested the title. It's called "Excuse Me, I Just Cut an Album." Um, Faith was kind of the first in the area to get recognition. Then Roadmaster, which will play, another Indiana band that some of you may have never heard of, and then finally Mellencamp. And Mellencamp cherry picked. He took Johnny Casella from the Faith band. He took Toby Myers, the bass player from Roadmaster. And if you guys happen to be if you happen to be watching, Mark Colley, Carl, any of you guys happen to be watching, uh, much love and respect as always. And that's who was starting out. That's who did our intro. So hello everybody. Thank you all for clicking on. Hi Cunning. Hi Ricky Murray. Hi Sassy. LeBrew. Good vibes. Good vibes to everybody. Hello there, Mater. We got some new stuff, and then we're going to have Cunning and GA up here as we do most Wednesday nights, and looking forward to that. So again, that opening, that was the Faith Band, Carl Story, Storie is how that is spelled. So if you want to Google, and good evening to you, GA. If you want to Google Carl and the Faith Band and see some more music from them. And actually, I've got one more song coming up a little bit later. What I'm going to do is we're going to do the news stories as we always do. And then I'm going to play another Faith Band song. Only this time it is with Carl and some other musicians. And then we'll have the ladies up. So that'll be going on, and that'll give the ladies time to get up here. So, hi, Sandy Foster. Breeway or hit the MF and freeway. Tornado warnings for parts of Mississippi and Alabama right now. So you all take cover down there. Warnings are totally different than a watch. Somebody put up a thing that had all the ingredients to make a taco, and they said taco warning or a taco watch. And then when you put all those ingredients together into a taco, it's taco warning. So tornado watch means all the ingredients are there for a tornado. Tornado warning means all the ingredients have been put together, and a tornado is incredibly possible. I happened to shoot a video the other day. It's on Lori Arnold's channel. I shot it, and shortly after, I was out of power and, of course, out of internet. Still had a little juice on the phone. So I sent it to a few people, including Lori. And Lori popped it up on the internet, and some people saw it. Might be doing some more of that coming up this spring. Storm chasing, if anything severe is in the area. I've always been fascinated, as I've talked about on here before, and still trying to get Reed Timmer on here, the tornado chasing king from the Discovery show, Storm Chasers, a few years back. Okay, with all that being said, again, hello to everybody in the chat. Hello to everybody watching. Hello to everybody that's watching at a different time than live. I appreciate all of you spending some time here. And we will, sorry about that little bump. We'll start out with our breaking news as we, there we go. Start out with our breaking news as we almost always do. And headlines from around mainstream media. The Financial Times, Joe Biden expected to use his first presidential veto in an anti ESG vote. Basically, that's about the ecology and the environment and how fund managers don't want to be regulated anymore as far as where they can invest, what they can invest, as far as being harmful to the environment, basically. So Joe Biden's going to probably veto that one. Alex Murdaugh murder trial. There was live video coverage of the closing arguments that was going on. I don't know if that was still going on. Lolo, and I think Lolo's been covering that pretty extensively. CNN, at least 38 dead, scores injured as the trains have collided in Greece. We talked about that last night. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot loses re-election bid. This comes from Al Jazeera, which I found rather interesting, and actually why I didn't refresh the breaking news, because it came from Al Jazeera. Anyway, the current mayor of Chicago is not going to be the mayor after her term is done. There's a runoff between Paul Vallis and Brandon Johnson are the two names. So there will be a new mayor. There will be a new mayor. Hang on a second. There will be a new mayor in Chicago, one way or the other. Thank you, Telescope. CNBC, Biden administration lawyer may have saved student loan forgiveness plan at the Supreme Court. And Reuters, the Havana syndrome not caused by foreign adversary, U.S. intelligence finds. Okay. I was going to make a joke about intelligence and U.S. government not necessarily going hand in hand, but I decided not to. I decided to be the bigger person and to not go there. Hey, thank you all for being here. Hop back over here to the chat, and nobody chatting, or have I messed up and stopped it again? Okay. Ring the bell so you know when Barry goes live. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, please do ring my bell. Ring my. I'm in a good mood. I went to the doctor today, to my regular doctor today, and he said that things were really good, except for my back and one other thing, and we're going to work on those after we get the cancer surgery. So the good news was everything else is good: the heart, the lungs, body strength, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Well, I mentioned trying to film tornadoes. I filmed the storm. I did not get actual funnels, and I don't think anybody did. But here's the local WTHR out of Channel 13.
And we sent those right to your mobile phone if you were out and about, so that you could be weather aware and take precaution. Tonight at 5, we do have team coverage.
Sign up for the I'd advise you to, I'm not telling you what to do. I'd advise you, though, to sign up either with the National Weather Service or with one of your local TV stations or radio stations, as far as getting alerts. I had I got the alert on the phone maybe 3 minutes before the city actually started the sirens, and this video is going to give you an idea. You're going to basically see the same part of the same storm that I showed the other
Passed through
day.
here and left some damage. Angela Buckman's going to break down what we saw earlier today and what we have as far as severe weather in the forecast ahead.
We'll get to Angela in a moment, but we want to begin tonight at 5 with John Duran. He's in Hancock County. So, John, what kind of damage are you seeing there?
Well, Scott, it's been confined to a pretty small area. Most of the damage we've found.
This is the county I live in, by the way.
But as you can tell, it's still pretty nasty out here. Rain falling sideways, winds have died down quite a bit, but they are still pretty strong. We're just south of McCourtsville. This is 600 north. Behind us, you could see maybe faintly some flashing lights. Those are crews still working on power lines that were down on that street, working to get the power back on. 9-Star Connect says they had about 1,500 outages in the area. About 4 power lines down on this road, 600 north. Other power lines on different roads going down as well, falling on top of the road, some of them snapping at the top because the winds were just so strong. This was right near a person's home that had some of its roof ripped away by the winds as well. Then just to the north, a structure near a round barn leveled, and as you can see, left debris scattered throughout acres of farmland. And then to the east of that, a roof of a warehouse pulled up, sending sheets of metal into a tree and onto a field just to the east of it. Luckily, no injuries have been reported to any of this storm damage in the area. And just to give you an idea of how close everything is, field behind me, that's right next to the warehouse where all of that debris was scattered. And if you come just with me over here, this is 600 north where the person's home was damaged. The power lines were down on the road. So everything pretty confined to one area. But it also not just affected homes, structures, power lines, but also drivers on the road, even flipping a box truck. So we will show you that coming up at 5:30. For now, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, they're gonna show where the power outages were and things like that. And the only reason I'm showing that is because to show the damage, and that was an F1 that just touched down and popped and hopped back over. It wasn't a big tornado at all, even close to a big tornado. It was a little bitty tiny, but you can see the damage that little bitty tiny tornadoes do. So that's why I recommend here, we're starting out the episode, recommend that you get notifications on your phone or whatever devices you use so that you're aware, because the weather's been wacky. It was 74 degrees today. 74 degrees. That's a new record. It has never been in the history of keeping track. It's never been 74 degrees here ever on March the 1st. And it is, it's now down to 56 and dropping. So wacky weather going on. Of course, tornadoes currently happening in Mississippi and Alabama. Tomorrow is going to be the really bad day from Dallas, Texas, all the way over to Georgia. Potential for mass storms. So let's move on. Let's get our new stuff out of the way. Start out with some news from Fox. The U.S. mainland, according to Fox News, U.S. mainland is under threat as Iran pushes assassinations and kidnappings amid the report that a top Iranian regime military official on Friday urged the murders of the ex-commander of the United States Central Command, General Kenneth McKenzie, former President Donald Trump, and former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. A new report asserts that the commander of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard declared during a televised interview last week that, God willing, we will be able to kill Donald Trump, Mike Pompeo, and Kenneth McKenzie. Some others who ordered killings of Qasem Soleimani. The U.S. killed Soleimani during a drone strike January of 2020 because the European Union and U.S. designated terrorist was planning an attack and had already been responsible for the murder of over 600 military personnel. So, not only does it appear that Iran wants to assassinate Donald Trump, but it also appears that Donald Trump's about to be charged. Donald Trump appears worried as Jack Smith probes reach advanced stages, end quote. Indications are that the special counsel looking into Trump's role on January 6th and the Mar-a-Lago document investigation is advancing, and that Trump is worried. Okay. Well, if Trump is worried, what are the legal experts going to say? Legal experts predict Donald Trump will try and, quote, save himself, end quote, if indicted by implicating Ivanka and Jared Kushner. So it's going to be, according to those experts, it's going to be, they did it. And, I tried to stop them. I had the good of the country in mind, and I tried to stop them, but they did it. I knew nothing. And Chris Christie predicts Trump will be indicted, and his presidential campaign will make his legal peril even worse. Which, if you're being charged with things, especially if you're being charged with criminal things, it's always good not to say anything. And he's going to be out there saying all kinds of stuff, and he gets off script real easy. So former Governor Christie may be right. He may be right on this one. Now, Trump's long history of stifling local cops may soon blow up in his face. This comes from Raw Story. Former President Trump has a long history of stiffing local police departments who have helped provide security for his rallies, and the Daily Beast reports that it may finally be coming back to haunt him. Trump and his campaign owe significant sums of money to many municipalities all across America, which might make those locales less likely to offer security services in the future, which could mean that Trump will have to hold rallies in smaller venues. By the end of his term in 2021, Trump owed more than $2 million in overtime reimbursement and other expenses, according to CTV News. So he might have more than his fair share of troubles coming. Not only from the government, but now this came just recently. Putin has issued an alert after drone strikes 60 miles from Moscow. So the Ukraine is taking it to Russia as far as attacking within the country and not being taken kindly. We're going to jump to a different kind of encounter. And I just found this worth listening to. Oh, wait a minute.
That Chinese balloon that floated across the continental U.S. got a lot of attention, and somehow it eclipsed other, weirder, unidentified flying objects.
Nickel 6-1 Tango Roger, over. Oh, got it! Woohoo! Roger, there's troubleshooting. Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at it fly.
Former Navy fighter pilot Brian Graves has a new article in Politico titled, "We Have a Real UFO Problem, and It's Not Balloons." He joins me now. Ryan, I'm with you. I mean, you've seen weirder things than a Chinese balloon while you've been in the sky, yes?
Certainly. We've seen things that we haven't been able to explain as simply a balloon. And as we've been talking about the various objects that have been shot down over the U.S., there's been a pretty clear bifurcation between what we've been calling a Chinese balloon and what these other three objects are. And while we don't know what they are, the fact of the matter is we should know what's above our head at any given time, whether it's a national security issue or whether it's a scientific question. We need to figure out what's above our heads.
That video that we just showed, was that from your squad?
Yes, that was in 2015 while we were aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt off the coast of Jacksonville, Florida. We were doing training missions, preparing for our combat deployment. We recorded that object as well as other objects that were operating in our vicinity on a regular basis. And we simply didn't know what they were, but we did know that they were a safety hazard for our air crew and for our training missions. And we've been looking for the right way to report and deal with those issues ever since. With the Americans for Safe Aerospace, we're going to be pushing legislative action to ensure that the proper policies are in place so that pilots and aviators, both in the military and in the commercial markets, feel comfortable reporting these things, whether, again, it's a national security issue, we need to pay attention to make sure there's not security gaps, or whether there is something unknown, we need to inquire on that.
But Ryan, what was that thing?
That's what we're still trying to figure out. So what we know is that it wasn't one of our aircraft that we were operating within the vicinity of. We're fairly certain that it's not a foreign adversary at this point, but it still remains in the unknown bucket. And the primary issue here is that there are enough things that are in that bucket of unknown that the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office within the DoD and various senators and congressmen and women are looking into this matter from the angle of national security in a way we haven't had before. With the recent shootdowns, we can see just how serious of an issue it is. Even if they are just balloons can still be a national security issue when they're overhead our national security facilities and airspace. But
these things that you've seen, and in fact, I should let everybody know, you saw them a lot. This wasn't just a one-off once in 2015. You saw UFOs often. And these things, correct me if I'm wrong, they do things. They have sort of technology that you all couldn't identify.
It's not that we were just seeing them out there and somewhat identifying something in the distance. We're using a multitude of sensors on our aircraft and also distributed across multiple aircraft and different platforms that are detecting these objects within a sensor network. And so when we then correlate those radar tracks with our infrared camera systems and eventually move in closer to detect them with our eyeballs, we have high confidence in those track files and what we're experiencing. And what we're experiencing are things that we're really not sure what they are at the end of the day. They're performing a number of behaviors that we don't recognize, such as the ability to stay stationary in very high winds with no lifting platforms, no surfaces, but also to maintain speeds of 0.6 to 0.8 Mach, which is upwards of 350 knots. And they can do that for many hours on end. We don't have the ability to do that in our aircraft. And we simply don't know who's operating these or what their intent are.
I think we have another clip of one from your squadron of them seeing it, as you said, in high wind and operating differently.
Look at that thing. It's rotating. Oh my gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
And so when you say that you want to get to a point where people feel comfortable reporting them, do people not feel comfortable reporting these sightings?
They still don't. And I'll only speak within the aviation community, but it's a big risk to go out publicly on this topic. At the end of the day, if you're going to highlight yourself, at least in the military aviation communities, for something like this, there's very little upside for you. We're very busy aviators in the U.S. Navy, Air Force, and the military in general are very busy just doing their regular job, and they're not equipped to go out and do research on these mysterious objects. On the commercial sector, people work for a very long time in a single career at a single company, and they're a single signature away on a medical evaluation to say they're unfit for flying and to lose that career. So there's really just very little motivation to speak publicly about this, especially when it's been communicated by their employers and historically that this is a somewhat off topic, or excuse me, off limits topic.
Mm-hmm. And last, Ryan, do you have a theory on what these are?
Well, I have a theory of what they're not. And I do have a method, I think, of trying to figure out what these are. We know that we can detect these objects. We are starting to recognize as a government and as society that we have an obligation to figure out what these are to ensure safe flying. And so I think we can figure it out. I think that is an answerable question, although not quite yet.
Well, I'm going to hop back over to the chat. First, ask the question. Are UFOs alien beings? Give me a 1 in the chat if you think aliens, if you think at least some UFOs potentially could be alien life forces and not our military adversaries. Give me a 1 in the chat if you think that, and a 2 if you think that we are alone in the universe and there's no way it could be anybody else. 1 and a 1. Hi, Spoon. The 1s are for if you think there's a potential that these UFOs are actually a different species of living beings. Or are a 2 if you think no way, we're alone in the universe and these are adversarial. A 3. Hi, Georgia. 3 meaning, we'll find out what 3 means in just a couple of minutes here when we get Georgia and Cunning up here, as we do on Wednesdays. This time, how did that stay up there? That's crazy. Sorry. Here, let's do this. For some reason, one of the stories from last night is still logged into my. Anyway, Marjorie Taylor Greene made a big mistake, according to the site 1945. Marjorie Taylor Greene blames Biden for fentanyl deaths, but they were prior to his presidency. Here we go. The Georgia Congresswoman in a committee hearing this week questioned a witness whose sons died of fentanyl overdoses. She blamed President Biden for the deaths that took place before he even became president. Not really a huge surprise there, but, we do have to point out the craziest of the crazies. And having said that, I found this to be pretty crazy. See what you think. Yeah. Shark frenzy off the coast of Louisiana. I don't know, maybe you do see it every day. Not something I've seen every day. Yikes. Yes. Okay, somebody is bonkers. Some chick is bonkers. I don't think I want to find out who they are, who that is. Mike, they come in close to feed. That's kind of what I thought. They came in and probably a pretty good size school of feeder fish in there, and sharks aren't dummies, especially when it comes to eating. So we're going to get. Okay. We're going to get Cunning, Stunt, and GA. I said that right, didn't I? Yes. GA from GA from CA. Pop the link up here. And while we're waiting, if you just joined us at the beginning to our little intro, I played a band called the Faith Band. And I talked about them a few times on here. Grew up within 15 miles of them. Dave Bennett is Carl Story's brother-in-law. Dave married Carl's sister, and Judy. And John Casella, as I said, the keyboard player, went on to play with Mellencamp. And Mark Colley, incredible lyricist, and as you saw in the video, incredible bass player. If you just joined us and you missed the beginning, go back and watch like the first 5 minutes of the episode, or Google Carl's Story, or Google Faith Band, or search it on YouTube or something, and check them out. Incredibly talented musicians, and honored to call. And Dave Barnesy on drums. And I talk about them because one of my two favorite slow dancing songs in the world. One of them is by Eric Clapton. It's Wonderful Tonight. And the other one is by the Faith Band, written by Carl, and I think Mark and Carl wrote that. Mark Colley and Carl. And this is a performance, Carl with some other musicians. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to say some other musicians, and a really good performance. Again, my favorite slow dancing song of all time, Dancing Shoes.
For all the help that they gave me.
Oh man, we
way
love
back
you.
then.
We
I
love
think
you.
you guys were the first station to play it.
Oh my God, so beautiful.
Too many long conversations. No one is hearing a word. It's trying to escape the frustration to the soul in the night can be heard.
Yeah, you're here. There we go. Recorded at Whiskey Business in
That
downtown
was amazing.
Indianapolis, Indiana. That was Carl Story and I think Carl Story and the Carl Story Band was the official title. It was Carl Story and the Tornadoes, Carl Story and the Carl Story Band, the classic rockers, the Alligator Brothers, a lot of yeah. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
That was amazing. I love that song.
Did you like it?
Fantastic.
I
Yes.
really did. Yeah.
Yeah. I have slow danced many a time to that song, and especially when
Ooh.
it was playing, would be playing the guitar. I would always stop and watch him play that lead. Fantastic guitar player, great song, yeah, and a great slow dance song. The words.
I was grooving with my kitty next to me. And I mean my actual cat.
Okay, all right.
Oh my God. I was slow dancing in my mind, so
Yeah. You like to slow dance? You ladies like to slow dance?
absolutely.
Is it a lost art? Do people do it?
No. It's no, I don't think so. I think it's the perfect dance. Slow dance is my
Yeah.
favorite dance.
Slow dance is your favorite dance?
Oh yeah, think about it. Think all the way back to like, junior high or whatever when you first got a slow dance, and then it goes from your wedding day, or I love a good slow dance.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you're dancing with your daughters at their weddings and
And
Yeah.
your grandbabies and
yeah,
your cat.
your cat
Drunk at the bar.
drunk at the bar.
Dude.
It happens, I'm sure. Or it
With the
did
right
happen
man.
back
You're right, Lori.
with the right
Lori,
man.
absolutely. That's the key. Yeah. And Wonderful Tonight is my
Oh,
absolute
yeah.
favorite song
Yeah.
to slow dance to.
Yeah.
It's the
So
best song.
That's
my
I say Wonderful Tonight and Dancing Shoes because nobody's ever heard of Dancing Shoes, and everybody in the world's heard of Wonderful Tonight. And they're both so comparable. They've got great vocals. They've got great guitarists. Anyway, sorry.
my wedding song dance song was Lady in Red.
No,
I love that
yes.
song. And
Yeah.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
I changed out of my wedding gown and into a red dress and sailed off into the sunset.
You did.
And so did the marriage.
That's so romantic. Oh.
Right out that door.
My second marriage, the wedding song was "Get Down on It." What you gonna do?
Oh, heck yeah.
And
Do, do,
and
do.
yeah, and it obviously it lasted longer, but it too sailed off into the sunset.
There you go.
What were your
There you go.
what were the songs at prom?
Oh,
Do you remember back that far?
I wasn't there.
I know it was only like 15 or 20 years ago for you ladies.
I was on a beach during my prom. I was in Huntington Beach, California. Probably high under the pier. I did not go to prom.
Okay.
I graduated early and went to work and started life. So, what about you, Cunning?
I swear I don't remember. That is so bad, but it was 1980, so it was probably something with Madonna and God knows. I don't know. And I wasn't stoned either or drunk. I think it was such an amazing night for me. I swear I remember dancing and slow dancing, and I had my date, and and it was romantic and amazing. And I really don't remember specific songs.
Okay.
Do you remember?
That's how good it was.
Do you remember the dude?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, the dude
Just
was
checking.
unbelievable. The dude abides. I mean,
The
you know,
dude
Dude, yeah.
abides.
I married him later, so
I
yeah,
mean,
I was
yeah,
familiar with him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was your first mistake, huh?
the song,
That
the
was
song,
going to prom with him was my first mistake. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember. All I do remember was uh, a battle, and I mean a battle over what the song was going to be. And there were those of us that were insistent it be "Stairway to Heaven,"
Right.
and there were those that were insistent it'd be something like "Under the Sea" or some kind of
Right.
Back to the Future kind of
We
crap.
actually did we had in my 8th grade year, which I'm not going to tell you what year that was. We actually did our last dance at our 8th grade dance was Stairway to Heaven, because it's a 10-minute long slow dance if you want it to be.
Yeah, depends on who's playing it, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and plus it rocks. Love it.
Have you seen have you seen Hart doing Stairway to Heaven on the Kennedy Center of Honors?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God, that is
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. They burned
Amazing.
it up, and they did it with Jimmy Page and Robert Plant and John
Yeah.
Paul Jones sitting in the balcony
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
with Obama watching
Yep.
him
Yep.
and burning
They
up.
were into it. They were into it. It was so
Oh yeah,
good.
that's that's a song that you do not do bad. I mean, if you're going to do Stairway,
Oh
you
yeah.
damn well better do Stairway
Exactly.
because everybody's going to,
Right.
why in the world did you do that if you were going to do that to it?
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
I mean, that's, there's some things you can't, if you're a guitar player, you can't play Stairway in a guitar store. It's forbidden.
I've heard that rumor.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh
not
my
a rumor.
gosh.
It's not a rumor. It's
It's
like,
true,
no,
huh?
yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
You don't come in there. You're a poser if you do. Okay, it's like the only thing
Ah.
you can play is Stairway. So you come in and play Stairway to impress everybody in there. So no, you don't play Stairway. Everybody's
Ah.
it's assumed you can play it or you wouldn't touch it. And a
I
lot of
don't
people
doubt it.
touch it. And
If
just
I were a musician, I wouldn't try to touch Zeppelin with a 10-foot pole. I mean, come on.
there's some Zeppelin. We did a lot of Zeppelin actually. We did rock and roll, of course. I mean, that's Zeppelin
Right.
doing. That's Zeppelin covering a song, and dum 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 dum. Dazed and Confused. I remember the bass line, but I didn't sing it. So Dazed and Confused, we did that. One of my favorite Zeppelin songs to play. Boom, boom, da, da, da. Yeah. Sorry.
Awesome. Good hair night. Good hair night, Barry.
Very
Oh,
good,
thank you.
yes.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
looking good.
It keeps
Hey,
flopping back in my face.
I really loved the show last night. I really loved it. I'm gonna look for that documentary. It was great.
That's kind of
Me
crazy,
too.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's insane. It's
What was the most
insane that,
insane part? The guy having a 14-inch penis or all the murders?
well, John Holmes is like old news, man. It's the murders.
Okay. Right.
I grew up in Southern California, so it's the murders.
Yeah.
There
The
was
fact that
a
nobody ever
Although
paid for it.
14 inches, I mean, come on. So,
That's way too
I mean,
that's
I'm
way
just
too
saying.
much. That's way too much. Seriously.
Overkill.
Overkill.
okay.
But I loved it, and I'm glad you're feeling good tonight, and I will be praying for you on
Thank you.
Monday, big time.
Yeah,
What time do you go in?
I'm already this is crazy, I know, but I already started feeling the prayers.
Good. That's
And
not crazy. That's
and
God.
you know, yeah. So I'm honestly, I'm like, I'm looking forward to it. Let's
Yeah,
get it over with because I got stuff to do.
exactly.
That's a
And I
good
was,
attitude. Yeah.
and I didn't feel that way yesterday.
Yeah, yeah,
you know, did
I'm
not feel,
sure. And you'll probably go up and down between now and then.
maybe
I just
so.
hope that
Yeah.
you feel the thoughts and prayers and love coming from all of us. So
Yeah. Well, thank you all. And thank you all. I
you're
greatly.
welcome.
But yes, last night's episode, the whole Laurel Canyon thing and all these different ties and
It's amazing.
yeah.
I can't
Um,
wait till you do the second part to it that you were talking about.
yeah.
Is that
Bringing
the
in
Manson angle or not? A different one?
bringing in the MK Ultra angle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. Yeah.
And then finally going to go down the rabbit hole of the occult angle. And
Oh, holy moly.
yeah, I'll probably have Telly on to do that with me. See if
Yeah,
he'll
there you go.
Perfect.
see
Or
if he'll
Damnation Drive-In.
or Damnation Drive-In.
Yes.
Yeah. Sam and Baldy are freaking awesome.
Oh my God. Were you watching tonight
I
before you came on?
No, I
Holy
wasn't.
moly.
I was putting everything
It
together.
was hilarious. They were
I'll go and
restreaming.
watch. I always go and watch afterwards if we have.
Yeah, they were restreaming the vigil tonight, and the big quote block party. It was hilarious.
The J6 vigil.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And it was hilarious.
It was well, yeah, but I'm sure they didn't think it was hilarious, but I sure did.
yeah.
I'm
I'll
sure
tell
Dom.
you.
I'm sure Dom flag waving didn't think it was funny, but
Anyone that can make several hours of Polish Agnes auctioning the bears that enjoyable,
I
my
know
God,
Can
the
you imagine
talent in those people.
that
I
was
have
the
never
most
laughed
amazing.
so
I
hard.
know.
It
Can
Did you
was
you
see
so
that
much
one?
imagine how
fun.
appreciating it would have been to sit and watch that
Oh dear God.
Oh, no
show,
way. Oh, my
you know,
God.
without being in that
No.
group and without everything that was going on in that chat?
And it
Uh,
went on for didn't it go on for 3 hours or some shit? It
oh
was
yeah,
hilarious
It
with
felt like
Baldy.
it, at least.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, it
it
was
was 12
great. It
hours
was
long.
so much fun.
And, and the number of people, it taught me a lesson. Do not ever do an auction online.
Yeah,
There
ever.
will be trolls. They will come in. They will make stupid bids and then
Kelly.
disappear when it's time to cash in.
I really am so curious. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to find out why the aversion to $5 increments. I have this need. I have to know.
We're not
Polish
doing fives
Agnes.
tonight. We're not doing
No,
fives
I've
tonight.
never been a part of
No, no fives.
$5
No
bids are
five.
accepted. Yeah, they don't want $1 bids, but $5 bids are always accepted.
No, they weren't. She wasn't doing any fives. It was
I
10,
know.
20, 30, 40, 50. No
Yeah.
fives, man.
Yeah.
No
Yeah, but he's
fives.
saying most auctions,
Right, right.
I can't figure it out. It's interesting. It's got to be
Maybe it
some
would.
kind of trauma there. I don't know.
Trauma
I
bear.
don't know.
She would throw
Trauma
up. She
bear.
thought it would. She thought it would throw off the excitement of the evening. I don't know. More power to her for trying to raise money to help the people
Oh
of
yeah.
East
Oh
Palestine.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But still,
It was hilarious.
also the video I showed last night where the guy didn't like the fact that they were in town, and the first thing she did was go and dox the guy with his license plate.
Exactly.
That that I think people
That was
need
that
to
was so
recognize.
uncalled for and wrong. Yeah. That's
I
You
not
mean,
got
okay.
you got an
that was
you got an
first
already
thing,
you got an already pissed off person that's already yelling out the window at you for whatever that was emotional. That was something that was emotional and personal to him, no matter what he did or said. And then to go to take the attitude that she did and to turn around and dox him was just
Yeah,
that was awful.
Yeah.
That was
I'll
awful.
tell you, no real true live streamer, actual news person or helping hand, good person is gonna dox. I'm
No,
sorry, but
no,
I mean, there's no need or
no.
reason.
Actually,
Because he
you
got mad?
do
Like,
just the
really?
opposite. You do just the opposite. You protect your sources. You don't, you know, you don't
Exactly.
expose
Yeah.
people. I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Moving on.
Yeah. So,
Well,
what are you
go ahead.
ladies? What were you ladies wanting to talk about tonight?
Well, we had a topic that we wanted to cover, and really, I mean, we were going to get into this situation with the two of us and several other people and Defender of Ants and what's happened over the last week or two. And we decided, and we were going to approach it maybe from the side of like what we do. What do you do with online bullying? It happens, but we changed our minds.
Okay.
So what we do want to say to
You
begin
guys are
with,
going to attack, aren't you? You're going to be the mean girl. You're going to be the pot granny mean girls.
absolutely not. We are not. And I'm called a
I'm
pot
sorry.
smoking
I'm
granny, and
sorry.
I've been
That was
smoking.
all a joke. That
I
was
know.
an attempt at being funny. I disrupted your serious flow. Go ahead.
Well, and we looked at it from a couple different angles. For whatever reason, there are people that are really emotional and really angry. And come on, in the scheme of life, this is a dude with a cell phone, right? So we really didn't think covering it from the way we wanted to cover it was a good idea.
Okay.
But what we do want to say, and Cunning, if I miss anything on this, you tell me. What we did want to say is that we, Cunning and I, never would and have not reached out to Defender of Ants' mother or sister or any other family member, and never would. We don't believe that that is proper. You don't go after family. You don't bring other people into this, whatever it is. That's hands off. Period. I wouldn't want it done to me. Cunning wouldn't want it done to her. It never happened. Cunning and I did not have anything to do with phone calls or messages or emails or texts. And from that point of view, do I care what's being said, day on the daily? Not really. I don't anymore. I could make a list. I could make a list of things that have been said and that are not true, and I'm not going to give it that kind of oxygen. I'm not. I'll just say that we never reached out to his mother. We have not continued to reach out to his mother. Um, I, I, we were both threatened yesterday that he would release our phone numbers, our personal phone numbers, and he told his followers he was tempted to release our numbers so that people could call us and tell us how wrong we were for reaching out to his mother, which never happened. Period.
Okay.
So yeah, am I a little bit worried about that end of it? Yeah, I am. With a phone
Fair
number,
enough,
people
and
can
you
find
should
you.
be.
With
Yeah.
a phone number, people can find you. We have families, we
Hmm.
have children, we have grandchildren. Now, with that said, and I'll almost end it here. I think I don't fear Defender of Ants. The man is not violent. He's other things, but I don't fear him. But I think it's bad form to act the way he's been acting. But that doesn't bother me. What bothers me the most is the people that are believing it and being lied to and manipulated for whatever reason, views or donos or subscribes or likes. I don't know and I don't care. But anyway, we just wanted to state that absolutely unequivocally that neither one of us did that or would ever do that.
I had
Period.
no involvement in anything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Very
what
well
we
said.
thought,
Thank you.
you're welcome, sweetie. What we thought was there are a lot of things we do as men and women, old and young, for coping skills, right?
Mhm.
I will get off of a video that's terribly upsetting me, and what calms me down is I go watch real crime murder. Okay, so murder is better for me than being reamed for something I didn't do. So, we all have these little. I'll read, like right now, I've got my TV on a fireplace. It's a crackling fireplace. I got my cat next to me, and that's part of coping
Yeah.
skills. Cunning, what do you do?
I read a lot. I love Stephen King. I read Stephen King and
Yep.
Dean Koontz, and that calms me. And I also I'm very basic.
You
I
need
love South
Stephen
Park.
King to be calmed down.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I do.
Georgia watches murder.
Yes.
And Cunning reads Stephen King. It's been
I
great
see
having you
something
ladies on the
here.
panel.
Adios. Oh, and you do two other things though, right?
I watch Ancient Aliens. I admit that, and I love it.
H&A.
And yeah, I really do. I'm the person that watches it.
Hey,
I
there's some
think there's
stuff in
one
there
person that's me.
there's stuff in there that you cannot explain. I mean,
Exactly.
how
Yeah.
did they have a picture of a laptop
Right.
in this Aztec drawing? Come on now.
Yeah. And if that doesn't work, I adore South Park. So I am a
Oh
South
my
Park fan.
gosh.
So yeah. So we're even crazier than you thought.
I don't know about that.
Because he thinks we're really, really crazy.
And we are crazy, but it's the good fun crazy. It's
Yes.
not dangerous, get law enforcement
Yes.
involved crazy.
Yes. 5150 crazy. No,
So
it's just
one of the
crazy.
things that we both do is read, right?
Mhm.
So I have a dramatic reading for us tonight. This is a story, a deeply meaningful story of a young man coming of age and the highs and lows of his life. And Cunning,
We want to dedicate this dramatic reading to our biggest fan, Chrissy. Chrissy, we love you, babe. This is for you.
love you, girl.
Okay, hold on just a second. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay.
That's
Why?
probably best, Barry.
Yes.
It's probably best. Yes.
Carry on, ladies.
It's very serious. Are we ready? Oh,
Yes.
look, his little icon says Dad. Oh,
Oh,
how
that's
cute.
cute. That's so cute.
Okay. Are we
DUFUS
ready,
after
everybody?
dark, DAD.
Here we go.
Here we go. All right. It's like I don't care about nothing, man. Roll another blunt. I was going to clean my room until I got high. I was going to get up and find that broom. But then I got high. My room is still messed up. And I know why.
Why, man?
Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high.
Oh,
Oh, I was going to go to class before I got high. I could have cheated and I could have passed. But I got high. I'm taking it next semester. And I know why.
why, man?
Because I got high.
Hey,
Because I got high. Because I got high. I was going to go to work, but then I got high.
Uh-oh.
I just got a new promotion, but I got high. Now I'm selling dope, and I know why.
Why, man?
Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. I'm going to stop singing this song because I'm high.
Raise the ceiling, baby.
I'm singing the whole thing wrong because I'm high.
Bring it back.
And if I don't sell one copy, I'll know why.
Why, man?
Because I'm high. Because I'm high. Because I'm high. The end. Thank you very much. I hope you
Thank
got
you.
something
Thank you.
out of that
Oh.
very dramatic reading about this
Oh.
young man. And now, shall we play it?
No,
Are
I
you
don't
okay?
want copyright hit. No.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you can't give credit to the original performers.
Afro Man.
Oh, man.
Gotta love Afro Man.
I thought about him. I thought about him tonight, and like this original subject was just gonna be so serious.
Yeah, I know. And I'm
Then
glad
I
you
just,
went this way.
you
I'm so glad
know,
you went this way. Oh my
we
God.
just wanted to do something different that might make a couple of people laugh. It made us laugh. So we weren't really sure if it was funny or not.
Well, I was high, so I thought it was.
But Cunning was high, so
Oh.
Maybe there's another venue for the seriousness and the upset and the emotional, but you know what?
No.
I wish I could get high.
Patricia's shaking her head.
She'll be okay.
Sandy Foster thinks you girls are amazing.
Thank you, Sandy. I hope Chrissy enjoyed it. I do.
Ninja when she worked today.
That was truly from the heart, from us to Chrissy.
Oh
Truly.
my God.
Yeah.
Well, she probably knew it was coming.
You know what's
Cassie
funny
says,
though?
"Weed is the answer."
It is. What and we know the question.
Screw love. Weed is the answer.
We were looking through different songs that might be funny. And
hilarious, but she's actually high. So
but I'm not. I am not. So that was it for us, Barry. We wanted to make people laugh, and we knew it was funny. Like I said, we weren't quite sure.
Well, we had an amazing thing happen last night. There was someone was. Do we say the name or Vaughn did a stream, and it was like everyone came into the stream and the chat. And there were a lot of different, I don't know, factions or whatever you want to call it. A lot of different people.
Tribes.
And tribes, yes, perfect. And it ended up being just a laugh fest. It felt so good to laugh.
It was hilarious.
It's been stressful.
It was hilarious, and Vaughn couldn't stop laughing. When Vaughn laughs, it is hysterical. And she was laughing at every single thing that came up on the stream or that she heard or she was it was just, we were busting guts last night. And then we went somewhere else. I believe it was a summer streamed earlier in the day, and it was the same way. It was a lot of people just talking and not talking about Defender of Ants, just chatting. And Summer's just hilarious sometimes. So it was Summer's stream first, then it was Vaughn. I think maybe some other people went on to Telescope, but I'm old, so I didn't. But it was a good day yesterday. On top of some of us are feeling, not me because I don't have any emotions, emotional about this
Liar.
situation. I do. I have lots of them. But right now, the emotion that I am is pissed. So I decided that I probably couldn't say anything calmly. So I'm not gonna. And then when I woke up this morning, the first thing I thought was, oh, wait, this shit doesn't matter. This shit doesn't matter in the scheme of I have a son in a precarious situation right now. I have a daughter who's really trying to get pregnant, you know. I have other things going on in my personal life, and that means something to me. And then, you know, not to mention what we see on the news all the time, what you cover, that can be disheartening and just, you know, you can get down about it. And I just decided, I'm done. I'm done with.
For those that don't know the backstory, probably part of the reason you picked the song to do that you did was because almost nonstop for 6 or 7 hours yesterday or the day before, you two were called pot grannies, and
That was the least of it. Yeah.
I know,
Pot smoking grannies was the
Pot
nicest
smoking
thing
grannies,
we were called.
yeah. So those
And
that may not understand the tie-in, that's why it was so funny. It was a response to that, as well as a response to none of this really matters.
Right. And you know, it's funny, we have talked, Cunning and I have talked about this song before, and it was Ant that introduced me to Afro Man.
Yeah.
I had never heard of him. And
I've loved him for years,
right.
obviously.
My kids have, but I had never heard of him. And we talked one night about it.
I
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Greetings to Baldy and Sam.
Oh, amen.
For a second.
Hey, y'all.
And I want to address something. I've gotten a couple of emails saying, how can you be a Christian and promote what they're doing at Damnation Drive-In?
Oh, please.
No, I'm serious. I have, and I want to respond to that.
Do it.
It's a YouTube site. Okay. It's a parody. It's hilarious. And
it is.
If you're really concerned, I appreciate the concern, but having read the Bible, I know Jesus went to hell and he came back and he was okay. I think going to a YouTube channel, I'll be okay.
I think you will. I think your salvation is firmly intact.
Yeah.
and I think God has a sense of humor because, I mean, he invented giraffes. Look at giraffes.
He created both good and evil. So,
why are you laughing? It's true. What?
Giraffe.
What?
Oh, Lord.
DUFUS gets it. Barry, you get it.
He got it.
Yeah, I like giraffes. So
I love giraffes, but they are funny looking. You got it.
They are funny looking, you know.
Not to other giraffes, but you know.
I
didn't mean to giraffe shame. I'm sorry.
What Baldy and Sam are doing is so much fun.
It is.
It's funny. It's irreverent. It's hilarious, and they're doing such a great job at it. It's just like a blast to sit in there and laugh and talk, and they engage.
Oh, yeah.
They engage with the people that are chatting. It's not a guilty pleasure. It's a nice, refreshing place to be on especially
I would
on
watch I can't wait for the next auction. I didn't think I would ever say that ever.
The Q Shopping Network thing they did, where
oh my God,
that was so good.
I mean, they are like a lot of things that are happening now. It is the future of entertainment. It's just people doing different things, people doing unique things, people finding niches, and gradually you build up a following, you build up viewership, whatever you want to call it. and it's the future of entertainment. We're probably just on, we're probably laying the foundation. We're not even the basement. We're just laying the foundation for what the potential of entertainment through all
Yeah.
this can be.
DUFUS,
My opinion, anyway.
explain to Leva Leva what Damnation Drive-In is.
It is Baldy Banks, Baldy and Baldy's responsible for some incredible video work. Baldy and Sam.
Yep.
Baldy and Jerry Garcia did Weed Tifa together. It is Damnation Drive-In is like a drive-in of the 60s is the setting. And the content is variable. Sometimes you'll see an old horror movie with commentary, and the commentary is always absolutely killer. One episode was about Anarchy Poppins.
Oh my God, that was a good one.
Instead of Mary Poppins, it was Anarchy Princess. Only she was Anarchy Poppins, and the whole thing was a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, and she was singing it along with Julie Andrews. It was killer.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah,
taking that clip of AP and sticking it.
Cunning. Thank you. Check them out and subscribe. It's
tons of fun.
It is, and they're such funny people, and they're so good together, and they work off of each other so
exactly
well, in my opinion. Yeah.
Leva, Cunning posted a link.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, Cunning posted a link to the Damnation Drive-In. Yep.
Yeah.
There's not a lot, unless you want to. Go ahead.
Watching people win or fail. It's kind of mystery science theater 3000-ish. If you know what that was, which just irreverent, funny stuff,
And it's fun. It's not offensive. They don't.
Yeah.
It's satire and it's hilarious, but they're not bashing people. They're bringing out funny moments about everything in life, not 1776 or Defender of Ants or even AP, but they're bringing out some stuff that just, like, you make us think, they make us laugh and think at the same time, Yeah. It's good. It's real good. It's a good, it's one of the things I do to stay calm when, you don't want to live on YouTube.
Go to Damnation Drive-In.
Exactly. And Anarchy Poppins coming down and like smiting everybody. Holy moly.
With her little umbrella.
Yes.
That was so great.
Game over. You're right. They are a breath of fresh air in all of the madness. Yep.
Yes.
That's perfectly put. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we can get caught up in the drama that happens on a day-to-day on a live stream or whatever. I'd so much rather now talk to people or listen to people like you, that I feel like you've exposed me to things that I've never seen or heard of before. And that's what I like that's the entertainment that I want. I want smart entertainment. I want, I go and I watch the true crime stuff. But I watch a lot of documentaries too. And so I like being able to have a variety, because you're right. YouTube, how many of us watch TV that often? That's where I watch movies, but that's about it,
Yeah, I don't watch a whole lot of TV really.
I still watch Oak Island because I'm going to watch it.
I love Oak Island. I watch that. Yeah. I love Oak Island, I admit it.
I like watching Home
But I don't watch
Improvement.
TV like I used to. I used to spend
No.
hours watching TV, and I don't anymore. I've got a couple of shows I watch, and
Yeah, it
okay,
just doesn't hold your interest after all this. Like, how could
no,
it really?
no. Uh, that's it. Yeah, okay, that's understandable, Patricia. Patricia loves to
Patricia,
laugh, but
let
don't
let
find that
me remind you though that like
you
I mean
you maybe
I'm
you should
barely
have
over
listened to Cheech
21,
and
but I'm
Chong.
21 and it's legal. So,
Yeah, Cheech and
you
Chong,
know,
incredible drug humor, pot
Oh my
humor.
God, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and
it's
it's legal. It's a plant. It's
in some places it is. It's
it's
not legal.
planet. Yes.
right.
It's
And I know personally my best friend in the whole wide world gets pain relief from it, and a lot of people do. A
Yeah.
lot of
yeah.
people do.
And by the way, Patricia, we're not saying everybody go use drugs. Okay,
No.
we're just saying that the basic part of freedom is people being able to make choices, whether they want to do something or don't want to do
And
something.
My choice was
He's not demonizing things. And
yeah.
the dramatic reading wasn't really about the drugs. It was just about the fact that making fun of drama.
yep.
And
Yeah, I
It's
think it's
my
gonna
my
serious,
choice
in my
as
opinion, Eddie. I'm sorry.
no.
I'm
Well, I have lupus, so my choices were, either be in pain all the time and deal with it, which, you can do up to a certain extent. And then there comes a time when you have, I mean, my choice is take pain medicine pills, which I do not want to do, or, you know, I can have a prescription from my doctor for
natural
something
relief.
that relieves the pain and is more natural. So that's what I chose. And that was my choice. So,
There
you
are a
know,
lot of people. There are a lot of people that really have or had a really negative connotation about anybody that smoked pot until CBD oil came out, and they
right.
realized, oh my gosh, okay, this is why, and then if they get the THC part, they're like, oh, this is
This is
what,
why.
now
it's
I
got a really
get
bad,
it.
it's got a really bad stigma. Um,
And
and,
and it's
uh,
not for everybody.
no, it's not.
I do
No,
not partake. My body does not like
no,
THC,
no,
and
it's
I do not partake. I have the 5 of the stonerest people on the planet as my children.
not.
All 5 of mine. All
Yeah,
5. Um and it doesn't bother me when
no,
I
it's
live
not
in
really.
a state where it's legal. There are dispensaries on damn near every corner. I love to go into them just for the smell. Just for the smell.
Yeah,
It takes me back to the 70s, you know?
mhm, yeah. You and Bill Clinton, you just don't inhale,
There
just
you go.
no.
Patricia, hun, all I'm saying is maybe you should try it. Maybe that's your problem. I'm just saying. You
And
might
the
be happier.
and also Patricia, the one that was saying when she got high really doesn't get high.
I
So
don't get high. Right, exactly.
there's
And
parity there.
the funny thing about it, that song in particular is okay, we have ridiculous conversations, Cunning and I do. And one day I said, because I got high is a really sad song.
Yes, when you listen to the words like that,
I
it
mean,
really
Not a
kind of
lot of
is.
words.
Yeah.
Not a lot
dude,
of words.
threw his life away. He got shot by the cops because he didn't pull over. He became a paraplegic. He didn't pay his child support. He lost his job. I mean, come on, dude.
All because he got high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We didn't we didn't read all the verses.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You got to have fun. You got to find the funny, or at least the enjoyable. When you watch things that are a shitstorm. So you got to have a balance.
Yeah.
It's all about balance in life, right? It's all about balance.
Hang on. Go ahead.
And if anybody wants to talk about Defender, the situation going on with Ant, that's their prerogative.
There are a lot of channels that do that.
There are a lot of places you can do that.
Absolutely. I have a special message for Chrissy. Actually, it's kind of funny to me because here's the thing: if you're gonna try and shame me or insult me, telling me I get stoned is not the way to do it, hon. Like, there's other things. I freely admit it, and I'm not ashamed of it.
Call me a granny. Guess what? I am. I have 3 grandchildren.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not a granny. I'm a Mimi, if you want to get technical.
Do better. I don't know.
I'm going to share some lyrics here. Okay.
Oh God. Yes.
And actually, my friend Melvis was over yesterday, and we were talking about something, and oh, I know what it was. He was talking about wearing fake glasses with a big nose.
Yeah.
Okay, and how at one set one night his whole band did that as a joke, and the crowd didn't notice. And we got talking about, for some reason we got talking about this song. I don't know can you see that? Can y'all see that?
I can't see it.
Hang on.
I'm on my phone.
Okay. Well.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
All right, stop doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money. See, yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round, I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I drink up all the Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name's Humpty, pronounced like a umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to funk thee. All the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping tall, y'all. It's hard to do. It's hard to do.
Yeah. Do the Humpty dance. Do the Humpty hump. Come on, do the Humpty hump.
You're gonna fall when the stereo pumps me. I like to rhyme. I like my beats funky. I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy. I'm sick with this, straight gangsta Mac, but sometimes I get ridiculous. I eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Yo, hey, fat girl, come here. Are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy. I'm a freak. I'm like the girls with the broom. I once got busy in a Burger King
bathroom.
I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still getting into girls' pants, and I even got my own dance. The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump. Okay.
Do me, baby.
That was
I'm sorry, was it not my turn?
Yes, it was. It was your turn.
Okay. Do me, baby. Do the Humpty hump.
Yes, so there you go. You know, dramatic.
Oh my God, that was
Barry, that was so hot.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We looked at like who was it? Who was it you had me look up? Now I just forgot all of them. But none of them was as funny as Fergalicious. Yeah, we did look at Fergalicious. But because I got high, just fit because of the, because of what was said about us, which is halfway true.
It was perfect.
Oh, Lord.
Or you could have done, I like big butts, but I cannot.
And I cannot lie. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do the one that 50 Cent did at the, was it 50 Cent? At the Super Bowl. At the Super Bowl. What was the song he sang? The Super Bowl show with Snoop and Dr. Dre.
Last year's Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did. He came down from the ceiling.
Man, what a show that was, and I can't remember.
Oh my God! I rewatch it. I'm such a goon.
It was one of the best. Like, I think.
I
Prince,
rewatch it.
to me,
Oh,
Prince was,
Prince in the Rain.
yeah,
Yes. Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah, Prince was the
I watch
best.
my guilty pleasure of Super Bowl show watching is Gaga.
Oh, yeah?
I absolutely love Lady Gaga, and her show was incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody gets caught up in the meat outfits and things like that. She
No,
does super shock.
whatever.
If you listen to her voice,
She's
chick's got
awesome.
pipes. I mean, got gifted pipes.
I'm a closet Justin Timberlake freak, and was so excited when he was going to do his Super Bowl halftime show.
In the closet, you know.
and his Super Bowl show sucked.
It was good.
It wasn't great.
No. No.
Guilty pleasures. There you go. I
Gaga
rewatched that.
Fantastic cannabis is medicine. You can't get much more holistic than growing your own medicine.
Exactly. I watched a.
I agree.
Bruno was awesome. I really like Bruno Mars.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I didn't understand Bruno with the chili peppers.
That was hilarious, wasn't it?
The first time Bruno by himself, I thought it was. It was funny. They weren't plugged in. I mean, it was all. I don't know. Anyway,
it was fun. It was fun.
It was all.
Hey, Summer. Hey, Summer.
We were talking about you earlier. Your ears burning. It was all good.
We were. Summer was out doing outreach tonight.
That's right. Wednesday night, Summer's outreach.
Yep.
She's amazing. Thank you so much, Summer, for doing that and being out there.
Yeah, definitely. When I grow up, I want to be able to do things like that.
Wu-Tang Clan. Ladies,
Summer, what'd you do?
Have you ever listened to Rage Against the Machine?
Maybe.
Music by Rage Against the Machine. You probably haven't.
Probably not on purpose.
I don't think I have. Yeah.
Okay. On purpose, listen to a couple of songs. They were so far ahead, and I mean they're radical, they're political. They're
Ooh, I'll like them then.
You would, I think, and they were doing this like 40 years ago. They were rapping. They were doing stuff so far ahead of their time.
You know what? A lot of the music that I have discovered lately is really old because, like my kids' age, the stuff that they listen to. Because when I was raising 5 beasts in 11 years, I didn't have the time. I think I was a holy roller at most of that time and listened to 99% was Christian music that I listened to. So I'm discovering things that my kids had already listened to when they were teenagers, and one of them was the who does Santeria? Is that? I'm trying to remember. Somebody in the chat. I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. Who does that? Na, 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 na. I don't know who it is, but it's got this really cute beat. Okay. And I wasn't listening to the lyrics. I didn't hear the lyrics. I was just hearing this, like, it's a happy beat. Yeah. Sublime. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like bouncing around to it in my house one day, and my son is laughing. My 30-something-year-old son is laughing at me. He's like, "Are you listening to what they're saying?" I'm like, "No, but it's so happy." And he starts laughing. He goes, "It's really not, Mom." And then I listen to the lyrics, and I still like it.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a great musical ploy, is to put sad or depressing lyrics with really upbeat, happy music. you know.
Yeah, what's the bee song? The little girl in the bee costume. Ding 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 doo 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 doo. What song is that? All I can say is that my life is pretty strange. I don't know.
Jump in
Anyway,
there, Cunning, anytime.
I
I'm
love
just I'm
I love
listening to all these songs and writing them down so I can listen later. Rage Against the Machine. We got
Yeah.
Sublime,
yeah.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, Rage Against the Machine was so far ahead of their time that they like turned almost everybody off. Almost nobody would
Yeah.
listen, you know, because they were
Do
so
you
far ahead. You know,
do you
it wasn't comfortable. It's not comfortable music.
No, yippee, I'll probably like it then. Do
Yeah.
you like Blind Melons? Thank you. Thank you. Do you like music as therapy? Or you enjoy it in a different way because you're a musician?
No, I really music can change moods, you know,
Big
at
time.
least with me. Um and there's, you know, I listen to a whole bunch of different stuff.
I do too.
I like classical music. I like going to see an orchestra play. You know,
Oh,
I I like hearing all the different instruments and all the different sounds and how they're all entwined and the skills obviously
Yeah.
of the
My
players.
son is the same way. It's his life. Like it's in every part of him and his life. It it brings
Yeah,
something, extra special.
it
I
does.
was
It does,
I
And
yeah.
was
I
I
can
was having
remember I can
no, go
remember
ahead.
a lot of days. I can remember a lot of days without, you know, certain things, but music is pretty much every day.
So, so I don't know why, but when I was in high school and 2112 came out, Rush.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, actually, I think I do know why. I would lay on the floor in the middle of not my living room because my parents would be pissed, but someone else's living room, and listen to that album on repeat. And unfortunately, it was. Are you ready, Cunning? Because I got high. But that's some freaking genius music on 2112.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh, Neil Peart, Geddy Lee. Yeah.
Holy
Uh,
moly.
the I had a lot of albums that I listened to nonstop all the way through. Bad Company, the Straight Shooter album.
That
Uh,
was my first concert.
really?
Yes.
Sly and the Family Stone.
Awesome.
War. Um, the World is a Ghetto. Lowrider. Um,
I had a
incredible
weird
band, huh?
I had a weird introduction to music because my brother was 6 years older than me.
Hmm.
So I was listening to and has a music. It's very eclectic. He listened to everything like you, from classical to punk to whatever. So I was listening to the Sex Pistols and the New York Dolls in eighth or ninth grade.
Yeah.
Um, and Bowie and the Stones and um, stuff that people my age weren't listening to yet.
Right.
I have great memories
They
from
aren't
music.
supposed to listen to, you know, bad
Do
influence.
what?
And they're not supposed to listen to. You're not supposed to listen to Bowie and the Stones, and you know those are bad
Yep,
influences.
that was. I saw the Stones in concert at Anaheim Stadium. My senior year in high school, I came home from school, and my brother held up 2 tickets in his hand and said, "Let's go." And threw me in his car and took me to see the Stones. And it was awesome. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen ELO live?
No, I did not.
Oh my god. They have this space it was a spaceship. Of course,
Mhm.
there might have been some substances involved in seeing that concert, but it was
No, there
amazing.
was a spaceship there. It was real.
Yeah, I saw him at Anaheim Stadium as well. Angel Stadium, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell y'all one of
Stones
my
are-
favorite songs.
Go ahead.
What? Tell me.
I
I've got a
swear to
brand
God.
new pair of roller skates.
Oh my God, Melody. I love that song. I know all the
You
words.
got
That
a
was such a
brand
good
new
song.
key.
Do you remember Telephone Man?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh God. Oh God.
That's not my favorite song though. That just he reminded me of it. I'm sorry. This song
Sure.
is more. No, I promise. This song is more current, and my kids just cannot fathom that I love this song so much, and I don't know why I do, but oh my God, I just love it. Sometimes you're in the mood for it. It's by Big Sean. And it's I Don't Fuck With You, and I know everybody knows that song. And I love that
I
song.
ain't
I
fucking
don't
with
know why.
you.
Little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. I love that song. I don't know what it is, but I will get that song stuck in my head, and I'll be bebopping around the kitchen, making some biscuits and gravy and singing that song. It's so weird.
What was
I can't help
CeeLo
it.
Green? The CeeLo Green song? Um,
Forget you or fuck
yeah,
you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
Coming
I
round
like that.
town with the girl I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that song too. That's a good song.
And FU too, by the way. Just
Gwyneth Paltrow did a great version of that song on Glee. Just saying. Oh my
on what?
God, I'm such a dork.
On
On
what?
on
Lonnie,
the.
I
I'm sorry.
watched again because of the influence of my older siblings when the Stones had the movies come out when they was it Gimme Shelter they did? There was the one with the Hells Angels.
The Altamont. Yeah,
Altamont. Yeah, Live at Altamont.
that is often looked at as the most successful smut film in history because it actually shows the Hells Angels
Yeah.
killing that black man.
Yep.
They left
Oh,
it in the
that's
movie.
right.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
went because my sister was obsessed. She was 4 years older than me. We went and saw one of them. I don't even know which one it was. I don't think it was that one. We went and saw that movie probably 6 times in the theater. And the only other time I did that, and Cunning, I know you did this too, was to Greece when we were in high school.
Oh
I
my
thought you
God.
were
Yes.
I must have seen Greece 10 times.
by the Who and Quad Sound.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Grease.
Oh, I love the Who. Grease. Oh my God. At the
1978,
theater. Yeah, at the
1978.
theaters. Yeah.
Hey, I met my first husband after seeing Grease for like the 12th time. My girlfriend and I were driving home, and of course,
He had a
I
pack
was
of
impaired.
up in his sleeve, and
Exactly. I came up to a stoplight and missed that there was a motorcycle in front of me and just kind of tapped it very gently. And these two really
there's
big
no such
dudes.
thing. There's no
Exactly.
such thing. If you
These
are
two
on a
really
motorcycle, a
these
car.
two really big dudes got off of the motorcycle, like 6'8", 6'9", I was like, damn, and started telling me how stupid I was, and I married one of them.
No.
I married one of them.
That's one way to get out of a fine, isn't it?
Yep. I was like, oh my God, you're so cute. Aren't you from school? I know you. Aren't you a basketball player? Come on, let's go drink. We got some Tickle Me Pink in the back.
Tickle Me Pink. Oh my God.
Patricia, I also saw Frampton in Anaheim. That Frampton was good.
Oh my God, that would be an incredible concert.
Arena.
Yeah,
I think
it
I
was.
one of only like nine guys at the show. The entire show was almost all women.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
I saw Bad Company with God, a couple of bands that became way more famous after the tour. Yes, Apple Wine, yes. That became really maybe the Babies and somebody else. Bad Company was incredible.
Yeah. Paul Rogers singing?
Yep.
Okay.
I
That's
saw
the real Bad Company sound then.
seriously good.
Oh yeah.
I loved going to concerts. And everybody came to Southern California, so
I still do. I still
Yeah.
love going to concerts.
I love concerts.
I love
Yeah.
playing too. I still love playing music. There's nothing like it. I was playing, and that's another reason I'm happy. I was playing before I came on.
oh,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Playing, yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
I was
That's
creative
why you
in
have
that way.
that glow.
Yep.
Uh,
That's not a skill I have. That's I wish I could, that's not where my creativity lies. That's not my talent.
No,
I
I'm a groupie. I'm on the other side of the band.
hey,
I don't
hey,
play the instruments, so to speak.
if it weren't for groupies and stage hands,
You'd
there'd be
never get laid.
Yes,
there'd be
they
no
would.
shows. I'm telling you now, people don't realize how hard it is to do a live performance, an
Oh
extended
yeah.
performance, and do it as close to perfect as you can. First of all, the pressure on you to perform is
Oh
incredible.
yeah.
However, after you have performed, it's exhilarating beyond belief. You're
Oh, I
on an
bet.
buzz. But
Oh, I
yeah,
bet.
groupies and stagehands make the make the rock and roll world go round. Queen said it was fat bottom girls, but it
That
makes
bottom girls, they
yeah,
make. Oh yeah.
make the rock and world go round.
Yep.
That was there was a place in Indianapolis, a rock and roll club called Razzmatazz, and the Razzmatazz national anthem, the last song of the night, no matter who played there, no matter who was disc jockeying, no matter who, the last song of the night had to be Fat Bottom Girls. It was
That's the mating call for groupies, I believe, isn't it?
I think it might be, I think it might be. It's like, and of course there's a pecking order because all the groupies want the lead singer. And of course the lead singer can only get like 3 or 4 women at one time.
Right. I like drummers.
I always went for the bass players. Always, every single time.
Girls say that. That's a bunch of crap. Girls say that.
I am so serious. I'm totally serious.
She is. I think you might have married one, didn't you? Or
No, but I wanted to. Oh my goodness, several.
I always liked the drummer.
Oh, there you go. See,
Yeah,
we all have it.
That's it's all. I mean,
Yeah, it's always the lead singer
lead
first.
guitarist, keyboardist, bassist, and finally, okay, the drummer. All right,
I'll take the drummer. Yep.
Yeah, we'll take the drummer. All right, and then
Awesome. Thanks for letting us come on anyway, even though we weren't going to do the serious chat we had thought about doing.
I'd much rather not. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'd much rather have things like this.
This was so much more fun.
We wanted to be able to talk.
Back in the day.
We wanted to be able to talk and laugh and have a good time with you and everybody else. And there's nothing funny about that subject. So we just thought, let's let and
enough talk about all that stuff. There are a lot of other channels that's all they do is talk about that stuff. And that's cool.
And where else can you get a really good dramatic reading of Because I Got High? Like, seriously, ask yourself that question. Not many channels.
Only on the American DUFUS channel.
And it'll probably be a short.
Well, and then Barry Wrapped. I mean, my God.
I know. Come on.
Top-notch entertainment right here.
Do the Humpty Hump. That's going to be stuck in my head now, and I'm going to be going, do me, baby, all night long. Do me, baby, to nobody in my apartment.
Say, yo, Humpy, you look funny. That's all right, because I got things cooking. You stare, you glare, you constantly try to compare me, but you can't even get near me. I give me more seeing on the floor. all the girls, they adore me. Oh, yes, ladies, I'm really been sincere because in a 69, my Humpty nose will tickle your rear. My nose is my, my nose is big. I'm not ashamed. Big like a pickle. I still get paid. I
Oh
get
my
laid
God,
by
a
the ladies
pickle.
until I'm in charge, but how I'm living with my nose is large. I get stupid. I shoot an arrow like Cupid. I'll use a word that don't mean nothing like lupid. I said on a do what you like, and if you missed it, I'm one who said, just grab them in the biscuit. I also told you that I
Oh
like to
my
bite. Well, yeah, I guess it's obvious. I also like to write. All I had to do was give Humpty a chance, and now I got my own dance. The Humpty Dance is your
Do
chance
me,
to do the hump. Well, do me,
do the
baby.
Humpty Hump. Come
Come on,
on, do the
yeah.
Humpty Hump.
You should get, you could give Dom a few lessons. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The
I got
nose
you.
like a pickle.
Gonna
I
say,
bet
got a
nobody bounced his pickle.
nose like a pickle to tickle your rear. Yeah.
I think that's my favorite line of that poem. Yeah, it's so romantic.
Yeah. There's a whole nother verse that I didn't get to either.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So, yeah.
Lori K says, I must be old. I saw Rick Nelson at Disneyland. I won't. Okay, I'll tell you. My first concert ever when I was a child was also at Anaheim Stadium, but I was a child. Okay, keep that in mind. Was Donny Osmond. Okay, that's where
Hey, Donny
that's what
Osmond,
I love.
age.
Donny Osmond.
Me and
Girl,
Donny
that was one of
Osmond
my
and Michael
first few
Jackson
concerts
and
too.
Prince are all the same age. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
No, I was saying that that was my one of my first few concerts too. Was well, the Osmonds. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my
And
God, Donny Osmond.
the first album I ever bought was Peter Frampton.
Frampton
Saved,
comes alive.
yep. Saved up my money to buy Peter Frampton.
Do you feel like we do? That
We
that
do.
that was the number one. Yeah, that was the number one live. It's still the number one live selling album of all time.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
I
Double
didn't know
album.
it still was.
Yeah,
Wow, that was
yeah.
good. It was good. I loved it.
Lori K, do you remember at Disneyland when they would do those concerts like in the where was it? It was in like the
Right.
quartet used to sing.
Princess.
Where the quartets would sing. And then at night, and because I grew up there at night when we were not
You
high
grew
school
up in
because
Disneyland?
well, yeah, pretty much. Like we went,
Wow.
my family, we went 3 times a year. We went because it was cheaper back then. We went on everybody's birthday, and there were 3 of us kids. And we went 1 or 2 times, you know, in addition to that. And every school trip, end of the year school trip was Disneyland because we were, 20 minutes away. And then they had those concerts, yeah, Carnation Plaza. That's it. They had the quartets during the day, and then at night for a little while. I think I was like, 7th, 8th grade. They had concerts for the youngsters at nighttime at Disneyland, and we would just go for the concerts at night because it was cheap. It was cheap to go to Disneyland back then.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
That's. Did they have the like A ticket, B ticket, C
Yeah.
ticket
Yep.
rides?
My dad will always say that's not an e-ticket ride, honey.
Yeah. Yeah. Patricia said she thought Frampton was cute. He was voted the most handsome man in England at one point, early in
Are you
his
serious?
rock and roll career. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny. He was a doll.
I could see the mountains from my
Lonnie,
house.
stop that. I'm going to keep singing it if Lonnie doesn't stop that. Do me, baby. There you go. Do the Humpty Hump.
Wait a
Lord
minute.
have mercy.
Let me just look at the last verse real quick.
Do it. Do it.
Okay.
Take us out.
First, I limped to the side like my leg was broken, shaking and twitching, kind of like I was smoking, crazy, wacky, funky, People say, you look like MC Hammer on crack, Humpty. That's all right, because my body's in motion. It's supposed to be like a fit of a convulsion. Anyone can play this game. This is my dance, y'all. Humpty Hump's my name. No two people will do it the same. You got it down when you appear to be in pain. Humping, funkin', jumping, jig around, shaking your rumpin'. And when a doo-doo chump punk points a finger like a stump, tell him, step off, I'm doing the hump. The Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump.
Do me, baby.
There you go.
Woo!
Yes, yes. Applause.
Hey. God, that was great. Oh, that was a great choice.
All right. Ladies,
Love
thank
you.
you. So we've been doing this 2 hours.
I know.
You're
I know.
kidding me.
No.
Wow.
Time flies when you're having an absolute blast, doesn't it?
Exactly.
It does.
We'll-
It does.
we'll
Thank
see
you,
you,
Barry.
Not drug induced in any way, shape, or form.
No.
No, absolutely not. No.
All night long. Lionel Richie.
All night long. All night. Yep. Yep. Awesome. Thanks again, Barry. Love you.
Yeah.
We'll see you. We'll see you whenever you come back on, and definitely on Sunday night.
Yeah, I'll be on Sunday night. We're going to do the
Oh,
Sunday
we're doing
ladies
it early, right?
at 6 o'clock. We're going to start
Okay.
at 6 o'clock Sunday for the ladies panel. And then I'll be on tomorrow night at 9. And we'll have game night tomorrow night.
Oh, fun.
Ooh.
So some more fun. Yes.
Nice.
When are you doing? When are
Thank
you
you.
doing more Wonderland stuff? The Laurel Canyon stuff next week?
Next week I'm gonna tie in the MK Ultra stuff.
Okay. Awesome.
It's kind of crazy. The number of people that potentially have ties to the CIA.
Yep.
through
Yep.
MK
I'm
Ultra
looking forward to that.
and through the drugs, through the dispersal of the drug LSD. It was introduced by the CIA. That's how LSD got into our country. They went to Sweden and bought every drop they could find and brought it back here. And that's just a little tease to everybody.
Thank you very much, CIA.
Yeah.
Thanks. They're always there for us. Always.
And okay, I've already done all the research. I've already seen everything. I got the episode pretty much in my head how it's going to play out. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the ending of it. All right. It ends up they bring all of this LSD back to the United States, and the concept is they're going to control people's minds. And what happened was the LSD freed a whole bunch of people's minds, and they all went to
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So it totally backfired.
And everybody said, thank you.
Everybody said, what?
Yeah, there's something in between there. Timothy Leary's definitely part of the story. Charlie Manson is definitely part of the story, even though if he did LSD, it was always a much smaller dose than he was distributing to the rest of his people.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of interesting stuff.
Good. I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, for sure.
Allen Ginsberg. They might have experimented on Al Capone.
Holy moly.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
You take care. We'll see you tomorrow.
Lori Arnold, if you're in here.
And we'll be praying for you.
Thank you. I'll be on tomorrow night.
Yes.
I'll be on tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow night.
Yeah. And then Sunday night.
Bye, y'all.
All right. Love you. Thank you, ladies.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. That's GA from CA and Cunning Stunt. And again, that was totally unscripted, and you don't get that kind of stuff on TV. And I think that might have been pretty entertaining for some people. I know it was for the three of us. It is sassy. there's some dark stuff. My gosh, our government has done some dark stuff, and a lot of people don't know about a lot of it. And we talk about stuff on here that people don't always know about. So, and I thank you for clicking on. I thank you for sticking with me. Hi, Lori Arnold, Hot Mess Summer, Lonnie, Sassy, Cunning, GA, everybody that has been in the chat, everybody that's been watching, everybody that's watching through a restream, and everybody that's watching on demand, watching at the time of your convenience. I truly appreciate you, and I mean that, and I'm grateful that you give me some time, that you click on here and enjoy what we do, and it's a blessing, and I thank you. And I'll be doing it tomorrow night at 9:00 once again. Thursday night it'll be game night, as well as some. I got a little story about another train wreck. We're going to talk about that tomorrow night after the news, and then we'll get into the games. So see you tomorrow night at 9, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern for ladies only panel. And then probably take Monday off and be back Tuesday, hopefully. But until then, namaste. Shalom, salam, assalamu alaikum. Blessings be upon you in the name of the Most High, His Son, Christ Jesus, the power of the Holy Spirit. Much love to everybody. Positive vibrations. Peace. Peace. 2 pieces. Much peace. It's a dark world. Be a light. I love you. Thank you. See you tomorrow night.